Hey, hello everybody. Welcome to the California Realty Training YouTube channel. So glad you made it to this week's vlog. Hey, listen, today we're going to discuss the difference between a buyer's agent, a listing agent, and wait for it, a selling agent. You got to stay tuned for this one. We want you to represent either the buyer or the seller. That's how you earn a commission, by representing somebody and getting yourself involved in the contract. You with me? Nice and simple. We want you to make sure that you are contractually representing either a buyer or a seller. So we want to make sure we get this straight. We want to make sure you understand who you are representing and what we should title you during this transaction. Now, it's pretty simple. However, there is one element, one term that might confuse you, because it sure as hell confused the hell out of me the first 2 years of my real estate career. All right, let's start off simple. Let's shift it in first gear. Let's take off nice and slow. A buyer's agent represents who? A $5 bill is a $5 bill. A buyer's agent represents, that's right, the buyer. No surprise there. Got it? Good. Now let's go to the listing, to the house that's being sold. That the house over here that buyers want to buy. Now, what should we call the person, the real estate agent that represents this home that is owned by a seller? We're going to call this person over here who represents this listing the listing agent, because the house in itself and the contract with this home is a listing by contract. So we're going to call this the listing agent. Let's retract, go back to this side. We have the buyer's agent, and on this side we have the listing agent who represents the seller. Buyer representation, seller representation. Ready? Here comes the mystery. Well, then who the hell is the selling agent? Well, now most people, like I did back when I got my license in 1995, damn, that's a long time ago. I can't believe I just said that. One would assume that a selling agent would represent the seller, because we see the word selling. More specifically, if you cut it short, we see the word sell, assuming seller. It seems to all be associated with this side, the seller side. Selling agent must be the seller's agent. Ready? Wrong. The selling agent is the person that brings the offer to the table. Now, of course, the person bringing the offer to the table would be the buyer's agent. You got it? Now, the minute we put these two people together and open an escrow, this buyer agent just became the selling agent. The listing agent remains the listing agent forever and ever and ever. The listing agent remains titled the listing agent. The buyer's agent comes into this escrow, is now considered the selling agent. Not the seller's agent, but the selling agent who now represents the buyer. The selling agent, which was the buyer's agent, is the one that made it happen. They're the ones that put music to this dance. Without them, there is no dance. There's one person here. You need two to tango, right? So they're the ones that brought the ability to tango. So we're going to call them the action. They're the selling agent. You with me? Now, I hope this helps you out. Buyer's agent, selling agent. Ready? Here it comes. I'm going to give you a brain teaser. Can the listing agent ever be a selling agent? That's a good question. Can a listing agent ever also be labeled a selling agent? And the answer is yes. How? If they also bring in the buyer, and that's called dual agency. Makes sense. They represent the seller, as a listing agent, and if they bring in their own buyer, say during an open house, a buyer walks in and says, I want to buy this house, can you also represent me? And the listing agent says, absolutely. Well, the listing agent just also became the buyer's agent. Got it? Now he represents both. That's called dual agency, which means he's the listing agent and he's the selling agent on the buyer's side. Hope this helps you out. Hope this clarifies it.